Kate was only 10 when death snatched her mother away. Sickness, pain, silence. And just like that, her world changed. A kind couple, Mr. Joseph and Mrs. Anna, adopted her. They gave her love, a beautiful home, and the best education. Kate smiled again. She became the daughter they never had. Until one day, everything changed. Anna had fallen ill and was rushed to the hospital. But when the doctor came out, he smiled and said, "Congratulations, madam. You're 3 weeks pregnant." Joy filled their home. When the babies arrived, twins, celebration filled the house. But for Kate, her light began to fade. No more hugs, no more school, just chores and hawking oranges under the hot sun. One day after selling, Kate was robbed. Her money gone. She cried on the roadside, helpless. A young man named Chibuzzer approached her. "Don't cry. I'll give you the money," he said kindly. "Come with me." Naive and desperate, Kate followed him. But when they got to his house, he locked the door. He forced himself on her. Kate walked home in pain with the money in her hand, but her soul shattered. The next morning, she was beaten for coming home late. No one asked questions. No one noticed her pain. A month passed, and Kate became very sick. The family doctor was called. He checked her and said the words that shocked everyone. "Congratulations, madam. Your daughter is 4 weeks pregnant." Anna screamed, "So you're a prostitute?" The twins, now about 10 years old, lied. "Yes, Mummy. She always brings men home when you're not around." Without asking, without caring, they beat Kate mercilessly. Days later, Mr. Joseph sat with his wife, worried. "How do I face the elders? She has brought shame to this house." Anna leaned in and whispered, "Let's marry her off to Harrison, the village cripple. He'll be happy. At least he can't get any woman pregnant." Mr. Joseph smiled. "You're right, my wife. You are very right." Kate's fate was being decided again. But what they didn't know was that God had not abandoned her. Mr. Joseph walked down the dusty road to Harrison's house. He knocked once, and Harrison opened with his usual cheerful smile. "Harrison," Joseph said, "I have something for you, my daughter Kate. Since you always liked her, take her. She's yours now." Harrison had always admired Kate. He used to buy oranges from her often, not because he needed them, but because he cared. So without thinking twice, he nodded. The next day, Mr. Joseph packed Kate's small bag and dragged her to Harrison's house. When she got there, she stood at the entrance, afraid, broken. Harrison rolled to the door and smiled gently. "Don't be scared, Kate. This is your new home. I won't hurt you." But that night, Kate cried herself to sleep. The next morning, she sat with Harrison and told him everything. The sickness, the robbery, the pain, and now the pregnancy. He looked at her with soft eyes and said, "Clean your tears, Kate. You're safe now. Let the past go. I'm here for you." Months passed. Kate's baby bump grew, and with it, so did their bond. They laughed. They cooked. They cared for each other like old friends. But one day, as Kate cleaned the compound, she slipped and fell hard to the ground. Blood stained the floor. Harrison rushed home, saw her unconscious, and screamed for help. She was rushed to the hospital. The doctor came out with a heavy heart. "She's stable now, but I'm sorry. She lost a baby." Harrison's heart broke. He shook so badly, he fell from his wheelchair. 2 weeks later, Kate returned home. Weak but alive. No one from her former home came to check on her. "She should have just died," Anna whispered to her husband. But in Harrison's home, Kate was being healed, emotionally, mentally, and physically. One beautiful evening, as they sat on the porch watching the stars, Harrison said, "Kate, I want to marry you properly. I want a celebration. I want my family to come." Tears filled Kate's eyes. It felt like a dream. She ran to share the news with Mr. Joseph and Anna, but they only laughed. "That cripple," Anna said, "he wants to throw a wedding feast? He can't even feed himself." Joseph laughed louder. Then they sent a bride price list so long and ridiculous that even a prince would tremble. Kate saw the list and cried again. "Where will we get this kind of money from?" She wept. Harrison smiled gently. God will do it. Let me take you somewhere. I want you to meet the family I've always talked about. They traveled far into a rich, distant village. When they arrived at a huge mansion, the gate opened. To Kate's surprise, Harrison stood up from his wheelchair. She gasped, "You're walking?" Before she could speak more, the gateman bowed. "Welcome, my prince." Kate's heart skipped. "Prince?" "Yes," Harrison smiled. "This is my home. And you, Kate, are the queen of my heart." His father, King Amos, came out with a mighty voice. "My son, you have truly found a jewel." He hugged Kate. "Welcome to the royal family, my daughter." Kate could barely speak. It felt like a dream she didn't want to wake up from. They gave her fine clothes, gold jewelry, and a room that looked like heaven. 3 weeks later, King Amos received the outrageous bride price list from Mr. Joseph. He chuckled. "So they think we can't afford this? Let's give them a wedding they'll never forget." He called his chiefs, his elders, his guards. The wedding day came. The village shook with celebration. The road was filled with dancers, drummers, and gifts like never before. Mr. Joseph and Anna stood in shame as they saw Kate descend in royal apparel *, glowing, smiling, respected. Joseph knelt and wept. "Kate, forgive me." Anna cried behind him. Kate walked forward, tears in her eyes, and said, "I forgive you, but never again will I be your burden." She held Harrison's hand as they walked into the palace. This time as husband and wife, prince and princess, king and queen of their destiny. Moral lesson: never look down on anyone because of their situation. Kindness and love can turn ashes into royalty. Your past does not determine your future. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more interesting stories.